The best in the world, no, not the guy with the actual trophy, but instead CM Punk, is set to make an impactful return to AEW. So today, we got a bit of a list. We're gonna run down 5 incredible AEW dream matches for CM Punk. I will be telling you guys the specific reason up to why I want to see these matches, and why I want to see CM Punk feud against these wrestlers on AEW. And while I do that, in the background, as you guys can see, we got some WWE 2K20 with CM Punk taking on Kenny Omega. Before we get into it, you guys know the deal. Make sure to have those notifications turned on. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to continue enjoying our WWE AEW wrestling coverage. I heard if you do it, CM Punk might put you to sleep, which actually might not be a good idea. And I wanted to start this list with something that will signify CM Punk's character. He has been the quote-unquote modern-day Stone Cold Steve Austin, going against the authority, not listening to the backstage politics and shenanigans, but instead just caring about the pro wrestling aspect of it, not the quote-unquote this is what's best for business because someone on top said it. So at number 5, I put on Cody Rhodes, just because I feel like Cody Rhodes is definitely the most active authority on AEW. He's the one that we usually see in gorilla position with the headset right next to Tony Khan, even though of course we know that some of the other EVPs are very involved in all of that. Cody Rhodes feels like is the main guy, the one most passionate about being in that position. So with AEW presenting him that way over the last couple of months, CM Punk going right after Cody Rhodes, getting the best of him and giving us a massive return feud with him would only remind us what his character is really about, and it will make the most sense. And the good thing about all of this is that Cody Rhodes could remain how he is right now. He doesn't have to quote-unquote turn heel, neither does CM Punk. CM Punk has always been that type of tweener character where he could play both against the babyface or against the heel, so it will work perfectly. It will be an easy build-up, and again, one that cements what that CM Punk character has always been about, which is why I feel this is one of the first storyline that CM Punk should be getting in, or leading to a banger of a match. Another incredible match that I would love to see is definitely CM Punk taking on Darby Allin. Much like a lot of people, if you would have asked me last year that this would have been a matchup that I want to see right away, I would have told you no. But after we've been seeing the momentum of Darby Allin and his rise on AEW, this is an easy dream match. It could be friendly competition between both of them. And the reason why I'm even more excited about this is because Darby Allin already teased that maybe he's there to prove that he is the best in the world and he will go through anybody to do it. So him mentioning best in the world on AEW Dynamite was basically what ultimately kind of gave it away that CM Punk is definitely coming to AEW. And again, that comment has only made everyone want to see this matchup. And with how good Darby Allin is, this could be one of CM Punk's best matches whenever they decide to do it. At number 3, I got Jon Moxley. And yes, I know that CM Punk faced Jon Moxley back in the day, but that wasn't really Jon Moxley. That was more Dean Ambrose, WWE's product. Jon Moxley on 2021 is on a whole different level, and honestly, this is the only feud that I want AEW to revisit from CM Punk's past. I'm okay with not getting Chris Jericho versus CM Punk and other superstars that will eventually continue to join AEW that CM Punk faced in the past. But him going against Jon Moxley just feels like it's gonna be on a whole different level. In an actual dream match, it will feel like we never seen it before, even though we have. And the promo work that will go into this would definitely be amazing. The history lessons that these two could be giving us, the many ways that they will mock each other and fire back about their past and how different they are now, would just really be amazing. Now, we just mentioned promo, but honestly, when it comes to that, there's nothing more that I want to see than a CM Punk and MJF battling it out on the microphone. Sure, I'm excited for that matchup and what they could give us, but man, the build up to a match between these two will be amazing. CM Punk might be the only person that could actually shut up MJF, and I'm pretty sure that is something that a lot of AEW fans wants to see. Actually, probably everyone. So the day that these two get face to face with a microphone on their hand feels like it's going to be one of the most special things that we have seen. We saw what happened when MJF and Chris Jericho went at it. I mean, they still are. So just add a CM Punk on the mic with all of that. And a number one, of course, would be CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. I mean, it's number one for a reason. Obviously, everybody wants to see it. This has been a dream match for far too long already. Kenny Omega is obviously on top of AEW, and not just AEW, but other companies. And without a doubt, CM Punk is gonna be taking that spot, or at least being on that same type of level. So it only makes sense for them to go at it and for that matchup to be the biggest one that we could be getting. And even though it wouldn't need it, but this would definitely be the perfect matchup to have that AEW championship on the line and CM Punk potentially being the guy that takes it from Kenny. Kenny has been such a dominant champion that whoever takes that title next from him is just going to be huge. And if that happens to be CM Punk, it's gonna be even more massive. So that is my list of 5 incredible AEW dream matches for CM Punk. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know which other matches you guys would like to see. Of course, I got a couple of more dream matches that I would love to see him compete in. But for those first couple of months, these are some of the best wrestlers that CM Punk could be going against. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to have those notifications turned on. And if you are new, consider subscribing to the channel to not miss any of our wrestling content, any of our WWE and AEW coverage. I will catch you on the next one, so stay savage.